Hey folks, welcome to our video devotions on Philippians. Pastor Sandine from Mount Sterling, Utica Lutheran Church is here to give you these devotions. We're on chapter 2, verse 12. So then, my dear friends, just as you've always obeyed, not only in my presence, but now even more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Just as you've always obeyed, not only in my presence, but now even more in my absence. That seems counter to the way we think of things. We usually think that we need some form of accountability. You might drive close to the speed limit, but what happens when you see the cop? You go on that brake, you check your speedometer, you make sure you're going right. You might do your work pretty decent through the day, but what happens when the manager's walking by? You make sure you're doing it, especially right then and right there. We usually think we need that kind of thought. But Paul here, he says when he's not there, he's confident that they're obeying even more. And part of this is because of the fact that obedience to Jesus does not work the same way as obedience to the law. Obedience to the law is based on accountability. It's based on threats. It's based on consequences. Obedience to Jesus does not work that way. And therefore, Paul doesn't look at it as when I get there, you'll do better. Paul doesn't look at it as I just have to make sure someone's looking over you. Paul looks at it as so long as Jesus is being proclaimed in your midst, I have confidence that that will make you obedient. Even more now when I'm not there. That's to speak of being totally free from people holding you accountable to what you do, and you instead doing it not out of who's looking at you, because that always then dictates something is done only at its best when someone's there, when someone watches, when someone can see. But our faith doesn't look for the reward of people seeing or for the positive consequences of what it does. Our faith looks to doing things strictly out of what Jesus has done for us. And that's exactly what Paul has been saying here. To be of the same mind, to follow the same example, to go after Jesus in faith today. And I can say that for you with all confidence, even if I'm not there. Amen.